It started with small, eerie giggles in the dead of night. At first, Olivia and Mark assumed it was just their baby, Emily, talking in her sleep. But soon, the giggles turned into full conversations. At first, it was innocent, just babbling. Then, one night, Olivia stood outside Emily's room and heard something that sent a chill down her spine. "No, shiny things are for me." Emily huffed. A pause. Silence. Then she whispered, "Okay, but only if you show me more magic." Olivia's breath hitched. Her baby was barely 2. How could she be carrying a full conversation? The next morning, Olivia found her engagement ring missing. She tore through the bedroom, the kitchen, and even the laundry, but it was gone. Then, she saw Emily sitting in her crib, holding the ring. It wasn't just in her hand, she was twirling it between her tiny fingers, balancing it in midair. Olivia gasped, "Emily, how did you?" Emily's eyes widened, and she clutched the ring to her chest. "Fairy friends said no tell." Olivia's stomach dropped. That was just the beginning. Days passed, and strange things kept happening. Mark's watch vanished from the nightstand, only to reappear in Emily's toy chest. Olivia's phone went missing for hours, later found tucked under Emily's pillow, open to random banking apps. Emily's vocabulary grew overnight. She knew words no toddler should know. Diversion, loot, decode. She whispered secrets to her stuffed animals, speaking in hushed, conspiratorial tones. One evening, Olivia and Mark watched through the baby monitor as Emily crouched in her crib, nodding to empty air. "Okay, I be quiet, then take necklace when she isn't looking." "Okay, I do it fast." Olivia nearly dropped the monitor. Mark snatched it from her, his face pale. "Are we hearing this right? Is she learning how to steal?" They decided to test their theory. Olivia wore a cheap bracelet and made a show of putting it on before leaving it near Emily. Minutes later, they peeked through the doorway. Emily glanced around, then reached out. But instead of just grabbing the bracelet, she closed her eyes and muttered, "Invisible hands, grab." The bracelet vanished. Mark burst into the room. "Emily, where is it?" Emily grinned and pointed under the crib. Olivia dropped to her knees and gasped. Under the crib lay a pile of stolen objects, keys, coins, shiny pens, even the neighbor's Wi-Fi password scribbled on a sticky note. A chill ran down Olivia's spine. Their baby was being trained by something. Desperate for answers, Olivia and Mark set up cameras around the nursery. The footage was disturbing. At exactly midnight, Emily sat up in her crib, eyes wide and alert. Then, movement. Not human. Tiny shadows flitted across the room, darting between furniture, barely visible on camera. Then, whispers. But the strangest part, the objects moved on their own. A spoon lifted into the air. A locket hovered. The baby monitor picked up faint voices. "Tonight, you steal passwords. Humans protect them. We need them. More shiny things. And sweets. If they ask questions, we make the house haunted." Olivia slapped her hand over her mouth. These weren't just fairies. They were running some kind of operation. The next morning, Emily announced, "Fairies say they need Daddy's work password." Mark paled. "Why would they need that?" Emily shrugged. "Fairy rules. I help, or they make scary noises." Olivia grabbed her husband's hand. "We need to stop this." That night, they confronted Emily. "Sweetie, who are the fairies? What do they want?" Emily blinked innocently. "They are the nightfolk." She leaned closer and whispered, "They don't like being told no." Then, the lights flickered, and a cold wind blew through the room. The house changed overnight. Lights flickered for no reason. The TV turned on by itself, always on static. Shadows darted across the walls, vanishing before Olivia and Mark could catch a full glimpse. Emily became bolder. She laughed when she made things disappear. She knew she had power. One evening, Olivia locked all valuables in a safe. That night, a note appeared on the fridge in crayon. "You cannot stop us. The girl is ours." Mark grabbed Olivia's shoulders. "This isn't a game anymore. They want her for something bigger." Desperate, they visited a folklore expert. Dr. Amelia Graves listened to their story with a grave expression. "The nightfolk are a dangerous faction of fairies," she explained. "They don't just collect treasures. They control information, passwords, bank details, security codes. They influence human systems through manipulation. And if they have your daughter..." Olivia clenched her fists. "How do we stop them?" Dr. Graves sighed. "They won't let her go willingly. You'll have to negotiate." That night, Olivia and Mark placed an offering in Emily's crib, a small silver key and a vial of honey. Fairies love deals. At midnight, the shadows gathered. A voice, sharp, smooth, and too intelligent for something unseen, whispered, "You wish to speak." Mark stepped forward. "Leave our daughter alone." Silence. Then soft laughter. "She is ours now. She wants to learn." Emily sat up in bed, eyes distant. "Mommy, Daddy, I like my lessons." Olivia choked back tears. "She's just a child." The shadows shifted. "We require a trade." Mark's jaw tightened. "What do you want?" A long pause. Then, one of you must join us. Learn our ways, or she stays." Terror gripped Olivia's heart. Mark squeezed her hand. "We'll do it." The fairies whispered among themselves. Finally, they spoke. "You have 3 nights to decide. Fail to choose, and we will take her fully." Then, the lights went out. The deal had begun. And so, Olivia and Mark faced an impossible choice: enter the world of the Nightfolk or risk losing their daughter forever. Would they outsmart the fairies? Or were they already too late?